Hello, and welcome to Becoming Her podcast, where faith meets your everyday journey of becoming the woman God created you to be. Hello, and welcome to episode 177. When you can't see the impact, trusting God is working even when we don't see the results. I live each day with purpose, knowing my life can impact eternity. I plant seeds of faith, love, and truth that will outlive me. Our verse today comes from Job 23:10. But he knows the way I take. When he has tested me, I will come forth as gold. She's growling at me. We talk a lot about in a result driven world because that's what we live in. It's you do, go, and it's really never enough. And we have to realize that kingdom work obedience is never wasted. And you may never see it in your lifetime, but God is sowing in secret and he is working even when you can't see it. Which honestly, when you think about it, is almost it almost feels better knowing that he's working in the quiet, in these little moments of our life and doing things through us, even when it might seem invisible. And I think it's hard when our impact feels invisible to not get discouraged. When there's no immediate award or no visible fruit, no affirmation, no nothing, it can feel daunting to keep going. But God's kingdom doesn't operate on timelines, right? Or likes, but on faithfulness. And, Job 23:10, it reminds us that God knows the path we are on, even when we don't. He knows what he's doing in and through our lives, even when we feel lost or frustrated or like we're not in the right area. Obedience isn't about outcome. It's about trust. So what is God doing under the surface of your obedience? Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not working. God is watering seeds you've forgotten, strengthening your roots, writing stories through your obedience that will unfold in someone else's testimony. And silent seasons are often soil seasons. I know we talked about soil, deep soil, rooted in, the soil work. And I don't know that I'll ever not think of the work that we don't see is the soil work, is the stuff that's going on underneath. And that's what we have to hang on. We may not see the good stuff, but something is absolutely growing, and we have to always hold on to that. And sometimes it's really helpful to go back into your own life and think about what are some things that have happened that you didn't necessarily like. I have no doubt that I had some intercessor prayers in my life that were doing prayer and it never came to fruition for 15, 20, 30 years. But I know there was work being done. And sometimes the waiting seasons are the most fruitful because it produces endurance, dependence, deep roots. James 5:7 compares it to a farmer waiting on the harvest. The waiting is part of the process, not a delay in the promise. God grows while you wait for him to grow the harvest. God grows while you wait for him to grow the harvest. You aren't toiling. He is working. So how is the Proverbs 31 woman stay anchored when outcomes are unclear? I think for a long time, the comment or the verse, she laughs at the days to come. There's been seasons in my life where I'm like, really, we're laughing at because they're so frustrating. But then you look back and you remember his faithfulness. You remember his timing. You remember his the things that he did. And truthfully, there, you might still look back and be like, but why? Like, what was the purpose? And this is where you might never know. But you don't have to worry, because God knows and he's got you. She's laughing not because she knows what's next, but because she knows and trusts the one who does. Her confidence is rooted in God's faithfulness, not visible success. Her story reminds us you become her by staying steady in seasons of unseen impact. Your quiet trust is a loud testimony. So let it permeate deep down into the soil and do the powerful things. Lord, when we feel discouraged by what we don't see, help us trust that you are still working. Teach us to walk by faith, not by sight. Strengthen my heart to keep going, keep sowing, and keep trusting. I know you are faithful, and nothing done in love is ever wasted. Nothing done in love is ever wasted. So keep showing up. Keep planting seeds. God is doing more than you can see right now, and your faithfulness will bear fruit in his perfect time. I'll see you next time.